Glide, glide, my little pretties, and cover the earth in snow. Hello there, and welcome back to AlphaCraft. Today will be a bit of a quickie holiday episode. You see, a year ago this week, I was invited to join the AlphaCraft server, and I wanted to do something to mark the occasion. Last year, the Alphas built this Christmas area in the northwest of Spawn Island, but with the sheer size of the island, the area looks almost tiny in comparison. So I thought this would be the perfect area to build something and expand the area a little at the same time, and a great way to celebrate the invitation. Cue the time lapse! Now it's important to note that I didn't start this build until a few days ago, which is, for me, moving at lightning speed. But I knew I could do this sort of thing fast because of a tool called Plot Modeler, link in the description, that helps with projects like this. I use it quite a lot for anything where you're building large circles or globes or, say, giant eggs or hot air balloons. This site helps with all that. Now, all that aside, if you hadn't already guessed, I'm going to be building a snowman, and the site has a tool specifically for doing just that. But I'm not going to build just the basic snowman block by block per the site. I'm going to try and give my snowman a bit of personality. The snowman on the site is a 2-ball snowman, which isn't the traditional snowman shape of 3 large boulders of snow on top of each other, but I know from experience the snowman will be plenty tall after just 2 big piles of snow. If I went with 3, the snowman would so completely dwarf the area as to be oversized and a bit ridiculous. Trust me, at this size, it will already be a bit ridiculous. But I do need it to be this big so I can give it some of the details I want at the end. Now, I've built a lot of giant snowmen before, but that was more about mass production and more about pranking than about trying to build something that has its own personality. It's very easy, especially when following the guidelines like this, to forget the little things that bring it to life. Without them, the snowman will sort of just stand there like a big lump of snow. Like my normal build procedure, I haven't planned any of this out and will just make it up as I go along, but right now I'm thinking of making the top hat oversized with some sort of patchwork repair on it and maybe dented with the brim curled up on the sides. I don't know. Something to make it look worn out, like it has put its better days behind it long ago. And definitely need to add some stick arms to it and maybe waving. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. And you can't possibly plan better than that, can you? Okay, now this is where we get into the creative side of the build. So far, it's just been endless circles of snow, and this is where it gets very hard to show something in the replay mod, as I don't want to show me placing 2 blocks, fly away, look at it, and repeat over and over until something finally clicks. Sadly, though, this process took so much longer than I was hoping that I completely forgot to record any part of it, even on replay. So due to my own forgetfulness, we're going to have to skip ahead to the unveiling process and talk a little bit about what I did. And here it is in all its snowmanish glory. As you can see, I went for something subtle like Hero Pose Frosty, complete with his AlphaCraft themed scarf blowing in the wind. As far as the hat goes, I was fully intending to make it a top hat, but the thing I kept noticing as I looked at it from the ground was that, depending on the angle of view, you really couldn't see much of the hat, and 2, all the details were lost, so a really detailed hat wouldn't be appreciated if no one could see it. So then why waste time on that end? Also, I kept noticing as I was looking up at it, how the half-finished hat looked like a bowler-style hat from the ground. And I kind of liked how it looked, so I just went with it and rounded it off on top. One thought I had when trying to achieve some personality was that, like with armor stands, if you want them to look alive, you need to angle the head slightly. Now, I went easy on myself and just angled the head 45 degrees, but I think that works really well with the hero pose. The eyes didn't come out quite as good as what I was hoping, but I was trying for a cartoonish style eye, but couldn't seem to figure out how to achieve it in Minecraft. But again, when viewed from a distance, it looks fine, so I went with it. Sometimes you just have to move on. You know, maybe a better idea will come up later, but for now, this will work. The key to the hero pose was the arm, and boy did that take a lot of time to get a good shape to them and figure out the right angles, the right length. I even went into my creative world and worked on it, and only to find the arm I came up with looked way too small against a body this size. So, even though technically the length of the arm doesn't make a logical sense, it has to be that size to look right against a belly that size. Either way, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And of course, the scarf. I think the shape could be better, but it's difficult to show a flowing design flapping in the wind at this size. I think it turned out pretty good. I just knew I wanted those little dangly bits at the end to be on full display, and I added in the white and black striping as a call out to the AlphaCraft colors. All in all, I am really happy with this one. But, be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, hit that like button, subscribe, think good thoughts in my general direction. Anyway, that'll be all for today. I have been Gragore, and this has been a special holiday episode of AlphaCraft. I hope you all have a good time over the holidays, and I'll see you in the next year. Until then, see ya!